OMG, there are seriously so many eyeshadow launches right now. It is super overwhelming. And if you're anything like me, I'm really trying to be better with my spending. I want to still be able to buy new stuff, but not be overspending and feeling like I need to purchase everything. So what I thought would be fun to do today is I picked 5 random palettes from my collection, all from different brands. They are all magnetic, so I can kind of create a little custom eyeshadow palette. And I thought it'd be fun just to create kind of something new with using stuff that I already have in my collection so that I'm not feeling the temptation to overbuy when I do not need to. Something I really love about this idea as well is that if there are shades and palettes, which my first one I will be showing you is kind of that idea that I really just didn't love as much in the palette, but I really love the shade itself, I'm able to use it in a whole new look, which I absolutely freaking love. So first up palette, this is the Mary Chrissy palette by Glaminatrix. I love Glaminatrix. Their formula is super good. I feel like their color stories, though I only have 2 palettes from them, I feel like I just struggle, which is really upsetting. Like I said, they have really good formula. This shade is definitely my favorite, which is Boxing Bender. It literally looks like a white to you, but I hope that the look that I'm thinking, it will look super cool. It's like this bluishy, really, really freaking pretty shade. So that is kind of what is building our look. Up next, I have the Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette. This is actually in my current rotations of palettes that I'm trying to use this month, but the shade that I want to pull from is called Pulled Under. It's like a super beautiful, sparkly, darkened, like blue shade, and I think it's gonna work so well. Hopefully you can kind of see that. I think it's gonna work so well with that other shimmer shade. For mattes, I am delving into the Harvest of Souls palette by Fantasy Cosmetica, and I am taking the deep blue shade Ambition. Jumping in with the Nomad Coastal Cruise, I'm gonna go ahead and take Quiet Wave. And lastly, DD Signature Sweethearts and Secrets. I am going to go ahead and take the shade Bestie. Alright, and then here is our cute little color story. This is a magnetic palette from Notoriously Morbid if you are curious. I think they still have this available on their site. I do believe it is fairly affordable if in case you want this. Maybe other brands have it, but I just really like it and I'm happy I get to use this. Yes, this is our color story, so let's see what we can create. So for the look, I went a little smoky, and honestly, I love it. The blue is poppy. How I wanted it to love so freaking much. So I'm going to take our darkest blue here, and I'm just taking an angled brush. I already also have a black liner on my waterline, and then I'm going to take this shade pretty much all the way along the lower lash line. Bringing it out, I'm gonna wing it just a little bit, probably not as far as I normally do. And then I'm actually gonna switch over to a longer, kind of fluffier brush. And then to kind of get the shape that I want, I'm just going to follow my crease with my eye open, staring straight ahead. And then I'm gonna take this color just past the color part of my eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect. And then I'm just going to fill in with this dark blue, starting where that colored part of my eye is. And I'm going to fill all of this in with the blue. Next, I'm going to take our mid shade, I guess. And I'm just going to take a pencil brush. And I'm just going to start smudging this into our bottom lash line. And I'm going to add just a little bit to the edge here that I left open. If you're anything like me, I feel like my eyes seem to feel like close together. I don't know if they necessarily are, but I know that I really hate putting like a dark shade in the inner part of my eye. I feel like it just really closes my eyes in. So I feel like this is a way to kind of have that darkness go almost all the way in, but not completely. And then same brush for the top, just wiped off, and again, taking that shade a little bit into the inner part of the eye, and I'm going to be taking it all around the shape to get this to start to soften out. And with our last shade, which is this pastel green kind of shade, once again, I'm going to take that same pencil brush for the bottom lash line, and I'm really just going to take that into the inner part of the eye. I love how even though these are from different brands, they're blending so well together. You can always switch to another brush. I'm taking a slightly fluffier one from Singe, just to help that to fluff out a bit more. And then using that same brush, I'm just going to do the same thing for the top. Okay, so this part's done. Honestly, pretty simple. I'm really just excited about the sparkly blue shade that we get to go on the lid with. Love of love. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to be coating pretty much my entire eyelid. I'm just going to slightly overlap this outer part here with that darker shade. And then lately, I've actually been liking to not wipe off the additional glitter glue and just going with the shade. So I'm going to dip in with this shade. I feel like for one, it helps the shade to pick up. And I don't know, I just really have been liking how it works. It seems to make the shades lay down a lot better. Almost like a sandwich, maybe? And then I'm going to take that all over the lid, but you'll see this inner part. I'm not taking it quite in. Again, as kind of said previously, I just don't want it to close the eyes in. And I'm mainly just using it as a base, but even on its own, I mean, that's really stunning. Same brush, I'm actually going to wipe it off, but I'm going to pick up just the littlest bit of the glitter glue. And then I'm going to go in with this beautiful shade right here. Just picking that up there, you can see definitely more of the shade. It's so pretty. And then now you get to see the transformation just literally happen in front of your eyes. This is one of the shades that looks so great on a black base. I'm also going to start working some into the inner part of the eye. It's such a good shade. Alright, I just applied a little bit of mascara, and this is the finished look. This might be a pretty, honestly, short video, which low-key kind of love. I really just wanted to come here and just give you, hopefully, some inspiration / an idea of something to do if you are really trying to just stop yourself from purchasing new palettes, but want to kind of feel like you have something new. If going through your current collection and just pulling for something that you already have isn't working, I really do think that doing this, even if you don't have the same magnetic palette or just magnetic palettes in general, I really think just pulling from different colors really just helps to get the creativity flowing and thriving. And I think it's something so important, especially in the beauty community, that a lot of times I feel like is lacking. I just see a lot of times it's only using the same palette, which I myself do as well, don't get me wrong. And sometimes I absolutely love that, but I really do enjoy that idea of pulling from different things and really pulling like the colors that you are actually looking for to create something like I did today. I really, really love this. I'm so happy that I used this shade, and I'm really happy that I was able to dive into these other palettes that I have had either for months or a while for some of them and really get some more use out of them because they are really good. They're really good quality, and I think one of my biggest things is I really just want us to, or for me, myself, but I would hope to share with the community as well, is really just try to use also what you have. You know, I think it is so fun to bring new things into our collection, but know that that is not the only thing that you can do or have to do or whatever. That it's fun to kind of reinvent and play with what you have, and I just think it's a lot of fun. So please let me know your thoughts down below if you did enjoy this video, and I will see you in my next one. Okay, bye!